This presentation will cover Chapter 5.1, Traits of the Private Enterprise System, from your Marketing Essentials textbook. If you go to Google Classroom, I've added a student graphic organizer and chapter outline for this section. Please go to Google Classroom, open up that document, and use it to take notes as you watch and listen to this presentation. In the U.S., we have a private enterprise system. That is, consumers can purchase goods and services from who we want to, with wages that we earn at jobs that we choose. Private enterprise has several freedoms. Use the graphic in your student graphic organizer to take notes on these 4 freedoms provided by private enterprise. The first freedom of private enterprise is private ownership. Individuals, we can start our own businesses. Individuals that start their own businesses are called entrepreneurs. Private enterprise, also called free enterprise, is the basis of a market-oriented economy. This chart summarizes the traits of private enterprise in a free market economy, such as we have in the United States. Entrepreneurs who take risks and start their own businesses, compete with each other, and are motivated to succeed by profit. In the free enterprise system, people are free to own their own property and natural resources. Consumers and entrepreneurs can buy whatever they want as long as it's legal. You can choose what to do with your property and the things that you own. You can give it away, you can lease it, sell it, or use it yourself. You can make money from the property that you own in a free market economy. But is there full freedom of ownership? Our market-oriented economy system in the U.S. is modified because from time to time the government does intervene on a limited basis in private enterprise. Laws and regulations govern and guide businesses and industry with the goal of protecting consumers and citizens. For example, in our most recent recession, the government helped the banking and auto industries so that they would not collapse and go out of business. These industries drive a large part of our economy and are considered key industries to our standard of living. So that's why the government interfered. In the free enterprise system, individuals are encouraged to own businesses. However, there may be zoning laws that restrict where a business can be located. For example, manufacturing plants may not be located in an area zoned for private housing. Additionally, environmental and safety measures must be followed to keep both citizens, consumers, and employees safe. In the free enterprise system, individuals are encouraged to own businesses. There are many types of businesses. People who start and run their own businesses are called entrepreneurs. Another way to start your own business, another way to support a business is to invest money in parts of the business or invest money in shares of stocks of a company. There are 2 categories of stocks: common stock and preferred stock. Common stock is when stockholders can vote on company policies at a stockholders meeting. Preferred stockholders cannot vote, but they share in the profits of the company sooner than common stockholders. That's why it's called preferred stock. Intellectual property rights. In free enterprise, you can own property and other tangible assets. In addition, intellectual property can be owned. What is intellectual property? It's an idea, a design, a song, a slogan, any idea that a person creates or invents. The creator or inventor has intellectual property rights, which make it illegal to copy the creator's ideas. There are 3 types of protections for intellectual property. A patent protects a product's design. You obtain a patent through the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. If your patent is granted, your idea is protected for up to 20 years. Anyone who wants to use your idea would have to pay you through a licensing agreement. Trademarks. A trademark is like a patent for a word, a name, a symbol, or a sound. A trademark is good forever. It's not just limited to 20 years. The last type of intellectual property protection is a copyright. A copyright is good for the life of the author plus 30 years. A copyright is granted for anything that is authored by an individual, such as books, music, and art. If a business wants to use another's name, symbol, creative work, or product, it must get permission and pay a fee. This is done through what we call a licensing agreement. For example, if a t-shirt company gets a licensing agreement with the NFL, then the t-shirt company must agree to the standards and use of the NFL's logos. Okay, to summarize, trademarks and copyrights and patents are all legal protections for intellectual property. They all prohibit use of intellectual property unless permission and payment is received by the owner. Difference in the three are seen in what type of intellectual property is protected, the length of time it's protected, and the agency that issues each type of protection. The next freedom of the free enterprise system is competition. You can add this to your graphic organizer chart. The free enterprise system encourages businesses to attract new customers and hang on to existing ones. Other businesses try to take those same customers away. This struggle for customers is called competition. While businesses may not like competition, it does benefit consumers. How does competition benefit consumers? Competition forces businesses to produce better quality goods demanded by consumers. Competition also makes businesses charge a reasonable price because if they don't, they will lose customers to other businesses. To keep existing and attract new customers, businesses constantly look for ways to develop new products and improve old ones. This leads to a wider variety of goods and services to choose from. It also increases our nation's output of goods and services, increasing GDP and our standard of living. Businesses can compete for customers for their products in two ways. Price competition focuses on the sale price of a product. Companies like Walmart and Southwestern Airlines are examples of price competition. Their low prices are their competitive advantage. Any companies that use sales, rebates, and coupons are also competing on price. When companies compete with each other for customers with something other than price, that's called non-price competition. Free shipping, superior service, exclusive locations, and a company's or brand's reputation are all non-price competitive factors. Most companies at one time or another compete using both price and non-price competition. For example, when it comes to buying sporting equipment, businesses try to gain customers using both price and non-price competition. A consumer may travel quite a distance in order to get a really good deal on something. Alternatively, a consumer may pay more for an item, such as a bicycle, if the consumer buys locally. They might be motivated to buy locally because the bike shop might offer additional services or have a better reputation than its competitors. What are monopolies? When there is no competition and one company dominates a market, that's called a monopoly. Businesses can have a monopoly on both goods and services. In a free market economy, Monopolies are not allowed as they prevent competition. While free enterprise benefits customers, monopolies hurt customers. Why? Monopolies can charge whatever price they want for their products. Since they are the only supplier, people have to pay the high price. Also, monopolies don't have to worry about the quality of their products. It's not like another business will come along and make their product better. There are no other businesses for them to compete with. Also, since there's no competition, there's no incentive for monopolies to try to improve their products and services. As a result, consumers have little to no choice over the goods and services they can buy. They are likely to pay a high price for something that's low quality. One of the most famous anti-monopoly cases in recent history involved Microsoft, the software and operating system giant. In the 1990s, personal computers sold with Microsoft Windows operating system also came with Microsoft's internet browser, Explorer. Consumers who bought these computers were forced to use Microsoft's browser. In fact, Microsoft made it so that competing browsers would not work on Microsoft computers. A judge ruled that Microsoft was indeed a monopoly and ordered it to stop forcing the bundling of its browser with its operating system. The third freedom of the free enterprise system is risk. Anyone who goes into business knows there is no guarantee that a company will make a profit. In fact, 1 out of 3 businesses started don't even last a year. All the things that an entrepreneur puts into a business, their money, their time, and their talent, might not end up being successful. Entrepreneurs accept these risks and try to overcome them when they start a business. While the risks are great, the potential for earnings can be great. And this is what motivates anyone to start a business in a free enterprise system. The last of the freedoms of the free enterprise system is the freedom to make a profit. Profit is often misunderstood. Note that profit is what's left from your sales after you've paid all your business expenses. Profit does not equal a company's sales. In order to see a favorable profit, a business must focus not just on generating high sales revenue, but also on keeping expenses down. Depending on the type of business, profit can be as low as 1% of its revenue or as high as 5% or more. No matter what percentage, profit is what motivates entrepreneurs to manage and overcome business risks. An unprofitable business faces many problems that have an impact not just on the business, but also on the economy as a whole. One of the first things businesses do to save expenses is lay off employees. An unprofitable business's stock price is likely to decrease, causing stockholders to sell the stock, further driving the price of the stock down. Since businesses pay taxes on their profits, lower profits mean the business pays less in taxes. So the government is getting less money. Additionally, unemployment workers use up unemployment and other social services paid for by the government. Continue on with the next video, which will get you through the remainder of Chapter 5.